All right, we just watched the controversial first 8 minutes of Kraven the Hunter because it's supposedly the worst thing ever. No.
Well, it can't be worse than Madam Web, so...
Yeah.
I mean, because it was not good at all.
And...
I got my $15 for that.
So the first 8 minutes, it set up Kraven's power set. It set up that he's kind of a... Would you call him an anti-hero? Because he's looking...
Well, it looks like he's just a straight-up assassin.
Perhaps.
Potentially.
Yes. But he seems to have a code. He has his power set. He's got everything. I think the one criticism I have is that I think he's a bit too young.
Yep. Maybe. Yeah. It just depends on, again, time-wise, how long has he been actively this hunter guy that he is?
Yes.
And if it's, something that's his early days of being who he is.
And I also don't have a problem with Spider-Man not being in these movies.
No, it's really not necessary.
I don't particularly like Spider-Man. I found him annoying in my Transformers book when I had it, and he's okay. And I think it's Hollywood's obsession with twinks in skin-tight outfits that is why they want Spider-Man in everything, little Tom Holland. So, I don't really care about that. You can tell a story about a Spider-Man villain without Spider-Man being in it.
And all the complex and complicated licensing and everything that's between Sony and Marvel, unless you're privy to those details, it's hard to know for sure. It just seems like,
but a good writer, a good screenwriter can get around that.
Sony still has the Spider-Verse movie rights. Obviously, because they keep all
the characters that aren't Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse movies without Spidey, right? And
so
I know it's problematic sometimes. How do you tell a story of one of things, this, that, or the other, without a Spider-Man presence in it? But Kraven the Hunter's story can be told as if it was before he ever encountered Spider-Man, and could be just as interesting and
compelling
and worth
dynamic
telling.
And worth telling.
Yes.
So what is all the hate? You watched the Snarky J one. What was her problem with
I didn't watch it, but I saw the headline and it was not positive.
Yes.
And it's gotten a lot of negative backlash. And it's an issue because, again, with all the licensing things tied up, this, that, and the other, it makes it does make it difficult to...
impossible.
Not impossible, though, no. And,
So do you think this hate is unjustified for this movie, considering the 8 minutes you've seen? The cold opening.
Yeah, I really...
Because I think this understand. Is like... Yeah, because this is like blood streaming out your ass hate for this fucking movie, which... What? Like, Madam Web I could see, and the ones that...
And I know there's a lot of people out there that have really had want to see Kraven come to life in a live action treatment, and here they're bringing it to us, and everybody's bitching about it. It just I don't get it.
Is it now? Here's the thing, because I get this sense with the way they're attacking James Gunn. Is it because they've created the narrative that comic book movies are over, so they have to be over and they have to be talked shit about all the time? Until they just quit doing them? Could that be the component? Because this might actually be a good movie. I would actually go see this movie.
No, I'll go see it.
Yeah. So what the hell?
It looks worth it to at least go and give it a sit through.
Yeah.
And we'll find out when we see it.
Hell, I went and saw Morbius, so I just
Yeah.
It was a girl was involved. I can't help it.
No, so. That one I looked forward to more, and yeah,
it was disappointing as well.
Fell short too. Yeah, it just it's just something about having this outside franchise with all the Marvel properties that is not Marvel Studios that creates this separation between them, and a lot of people don't understand that. They just think it's Marvel. It's Marvel. And so why don't they have all this Marvel be Marvel?
Do you think this is fake hate? Ginned up hate for, as you like to refer, review bombing.
I think...
Which is a leftist term created by Hollywood to, support their fact that they couldn't write anything for Star Wars and couldn't do anything correctly for the past 5-10 years with movies. Is this actual, like, because I don't see anything bad in it. And if there's something wrong with it, I would say something. I'd be like, God damn, that's a piece of shit. Thank God I'm not going to go see that.
Right. And I don't know. It doesn't really give you much of an idea what to expect from the rest of the film.
But
which may be something that people don't care for, because I don't know what else is going to happen, and there's just one.
That's what a movie is, and that's what a commercial's supposed to do. It's supposed to entice you into wanting to go see it.
Well, it's what they call a prologue.
Yes.
It's a prologue,
a cold
or what
opening.
you call a cold opening. Yeah, and
it's like, oh shit, this is going to be good.
It's like a pre-credit scene, and then here we get the credits roll, and on with the story. And
do you think it's just undeserved hate?
I think it potentially could be, some kind of animosity toward the Sonyverse in general. People just don't like the Sonyverse because of what it is or whatever, and they just are not looking forward to more Sonyverse.
Wait, what is the Sonyverse?
Sonyverse is the Sony Spider stuff.
No. What I'm saying is, but what is it that... Well, because it's the Sonyverse and Disney doesn't own it? Is that the problem?
Well, I think so.
Yeah, that's their fake hate because it's not all under Bobby Iger's control to fuck up.
Well, that, and it's just not connected to the other greater Marvel universe, and
the way they botched the multiverse,
and the way there's some of the Sony films have come out not so great.
Yeah, like the Amazing Spider-Man movie,
like those, yeah, and
which nothing to do with
the Andrew Garfields,
but nothing to do with him.
They felt a little bit more like they were kind of more Ultimate Spider-Man based,
which is kind of
was what it was. But I mean, because Gwen Stacy was there, and it was but also they made significant changes to the whole thing from the Tobey films.
But also, your friend who created STD, Kurtzman, wasn't he the executive producer?
Buddy. Oh my god!
Yeah, Kurtzman was the executive producer in those movies.
But no,
and I'm like, come on, Rhino in a metal tank suit, a mech suit. Come on, that's straight up dumb.
And I mean, I'm sure it's problematic for Sony coming up with ideas and things that they think are worth producing and earning a return on the investment it takes to make it.
Yeah,
but why not Kraven, man?
Why not? Exactly. Why not Kraven? So, in the comments, let us know. Are we right? Are we wrong? Are we just crazy? Do you like the trailer? Or the first 8 minutes? Do you not like it? Tell us why. Like, share, and subscribe.